All right, this is Jeff, and I've got this really kooky idea that I wanted to pass on to everybody, but it involves getting primal. It also involves a new program that many of you may not be aware of called Prezi. Prezi is basically it's a different way of doing a slideshow presentation. So if you're familiar with PowerPoint or a Keynote, strap on the seatbelt because this takes it to the next level. This is the basically the easel that we have to work with. And over here you see all the different things that you can do. There are some limitations, but instead of doing a presentation where you go from slide to slide, this easel is your presentation. And just to show you what I'm trying to accomplish here is to kind of connect the tribe, if you will. So I have started a framework for a presentation that I think in time all of us could use to help explain what getting primal is all about. So as you can see here, I've got all of the 10 blueprint laws spread throughout, and I've just kind of started here as a framework, but let's take a look at eating lots of plants and animals. As we zoom in, you can see that I've started with the carbohydrate curve. And then as I zoom in more, I've actually got some bullet points that I pulled out of the chapter on eating lots of plants and animals. And I can swoosh over and take a look at the food pyramid, bring it over, and here are the basic tenets, the goodies that we eat in Primalizing. Vegetables, fruits, nuts, seeds, and herbs. Looks like I left out meats, so there's something we would need to add in there. Wow, how could I miss that? Oh, I know. I put plants here, animals over there. Okay. But if you take a look at vegetables, what I did is you can just zoom in, zoom in, zoom in, zoom in, and there's just the beginnings of a list of the vegetables that one can eat when they go primal. Come down here, there's actually more examples of some fruits. Come over to the meat section, and I've not added anything here. Again, this is just the framework. But what I want to accomplish is just to kind of throw this out to everybody and have everybody kind of take their favorite pieces and add to. So I'm just going to kind of show you real quickly what you can do with Prezi. If you want to write something, again, this works on a Mac or PC. If you want to write something, let's say that we'll come in here on the nuts. All I do is double click. Okay, let's try that again. I'm going to double click on an area, and then I'm going to type in almonds. And then I'm going to click off, and then I can move this over. And this is what they call the zebra. So if I want to move it, I go in the middle. If I want to make it bigger or smaller, I can simply come in or out on that zebra piece, and then if I want to rotate it for whatever reason, then I go on the outside. And then there are some special functions too. If you hit the plus button, this is where you can delete, duplicate, whatnot. As you get into the actual presentation piece, if you want to bounce people from one slide, if you will, to the next, then you can actually click on frame, click here, and then it will actually just put brackets around there. And then how you would end up using that is you can actually set up a pathway. So we could go from, for example, here to here to here. And so that's the pathway for the slideshow then whenever we might show this to somebody. And so to give you an example then, this is what they would see at the beginning. And then you would zoom in on almonds, and then it would take you up to the next area that you selected. So that's the path. And again, that's something we may or may not use. But I guess the way that I see this this whole thing working is I would like to see the community of folks that follow Mark's Daily Apple and who have read the Primal Blueprint to get into this program and just have fun with it. Add to it, take away, and together, kind of like a wiki, we could build something And then when we're trying to explain to people what is Getting Primal all about, or when you have a new person who says, hey, what kind of meats can I eat? Well, you could take a look at the book, sure, but this is kind of an interactive way that you could also say, okay, so you can eat your meats, your vegetables. Actually, tell you what, we've got the plants, animals, and then within the vegetables, you could, do this. You can actually add photos to this, videos. So this is a living, breathing document. And I'm hoping that by sharing this, everybody would have access to it. You can establish a free account with Prezi. The file can be up to 100 megabytes, if I'm not mistaken. So if you want to be a participant in helping put together this Prezi and kind of helping rewrite the book, so to speak, I hope we're not violating any copyright issues here, Mark. If we are, please let us know. But just go to Prezi.com. You can establish your free account, and okay, I guess maybe it's 50 megabytes. So we want to keep it mostly text driven. But if anybody has any questions or whatever like that, I will post my email address. Actually, it's just jpickett1968@gmail.com. Let me know if you want to be a piece of this or to experiment with it, and I will enable you to be a part of Primal Prezi. Talk to you soon. Until then, grok on.